Perfect, perfect. Well, welcome everyone to the first meeting of the Women's Wisdom and Impact Collective. And the main reason why I've created this event is to give us an opportunity to come together as a community in a way that we can share our wins, we can celebrate each other, we can connect and collaborate, and definitely focusing on networking. So I would definitely love everyone feel free to put your contact information into the chat so that everyone can connect with everybody. And so how we're going to work today. So basically I've got four, well, Linda, and I think if Sally's comes, they'll be one together. But so four spotlight speaking sessions, and then around that we'll do some other introductions and some just discussions around things as well. So wonderful, wonderful. So we have a relatively small group at this moment. So how about if we do a quick, if people can do like a 1 minute, actually maybe 30 seconds, 30-second quick intro of who you are, where you are, what you do, and then we'll keep moving along. So let's see. I will start with Linda Fisk.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathy. It's lovely being a part of such a amazing group of women in leadership. Thank you all for joining. This is really exciting, the Women's Wisdom and Impact Collective. Can't wait to hear from all the wisdom of these amazing ladies. I serve as president of an organization called Curve Up. It is AI empowered platform that helps entrepreneurs grow and scale their business. And I also serve as the chairwoman of Lead Hership Global, one of I feel like the most impactful organizations of women in positions of leadership. We have like literally a collective of wise women there as well. And in Lead Hership Global, we try to ensure that women have access to the resources, the tools, the connections, and the platforms that they need to grow and scale their businesses. So there we go. That's it. That's
Oh,
me.
perfect. Thank you. And Sue Maitland, how about
Yeah.
you?
Oh, I hadn't even muted myself. Okay. Sorry. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I love networking. I love meeting these amazing women that have come together. I'm here in Victoria, BC, Canada. And what I do at the moment, my main focus is helping people silence their inner critic and live up to their full potential. And I do it with one-on-one coaching, but I also do it with in-person workshops and virtual workshops as well. Plus, I have a community, an online community called Connect and Thrive. Um, I love meeting people, and in that community, we have people who are all making some kind of transition, and we support one another through that process. So that's what I do. And I was in one of the books, Midlife Reimagined, and that's how I met Kathy, and that's how I know about this group. So thank you.
Yeah. And we'll go to Susanna, all the way from the UK. Tell us about you.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yes. I'm Susanna. I live in Cambridge in the UK. I'm what am I? An empath, a healer, work with crystals, and I run a live online full moon meditation where I channel goddess energy and dragons and unicorns and do all that kind of thing. And I have written two books of poetry, one about living a multidimensional life, going between different dimensions, and the other one about beyond the labels, the gifts behind children's labels, because most of my work has been with children who are labeled and discovering their spiritual gifts. So that's who I
Welcome,
am.
welcome. And Susanna's also in two of my books. So
Yes, I am.
wonderful.
That's where I started.
Let's go to Kim. You're on.
Yes, I'm excited to be a part of this group. I am Kim Twitty Rhodes, and I'm co-owner of Shield Maiden Life. It is an online community of women, similar to this group. We help women to embrace life without fear and become physically fit through nutrition, exercise, and we just work with women locally and online.
Perfect. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. And then I'm going to jump over to Hillary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Hillary Sobel. I'm the founder and CEO of Minerva Turning Point Strategies, where we work with women entrepreneurs who are growing their business and want to move from chaos to calm. I know Kathy and therefore come to this group by working with her on the book that is about to be launched June 30 on leadership, inspiring women, leading with purpose. And I'm very excited to be here and meet all of you.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. All the squares keep moving around. Let's go to Colleen.
Hi, Kathy, and hi, everybody else. I know several of you in here, and I'm in Pensacola, Florida. I work with women entrepreneurs and specifically mission-driven business owners who are tired of running everything themselves from memory, chaos, and urgency. So through my consulting business, I help them tighten operations, make smarter revenue decisions, and uncover money that may be just sitting inside their business. And all of this is done through my bigger mission of closing the $5 to $7 trillion power gap that's happening because women in business are not operating as efficient and as effective as our male counterparts. So I do that through a consulting business and also through a nonprofit.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's go to Liz. Liz Coleman.
Hi. So I'm so happy to be here. My name is Liz Coleman. I am from the US in New York State, and I'm the founder of the Mind Life Reset. It's a life coaching program very focused on mindset, removing limiting beliefs, and identity shifting and things like that. So it's very, it gives you a whole different outlook on the way you are viewing your problems or life or issues you're going through. It kind of melts them away. You have a whole different perspective and a whole different feeling. It's just much lighter. And I use mind shifting and NLP and different psychology practices to get the outcome.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's go over to Mindy. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome.
Here. Hello, what an honor to be amongst all you amazing women. Thank you so much for the invitation, Kathy. I'm Mindy Maggio. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a woman-centered coach and mindset mentor. I met Kathy in a similar program on women-centered coaching and facilitation. And I also worked with her and Linda to be a published author in one of their books. I help women build lives and businesses that they love on purpose. Much like Sue, I think earlier I heard you talking, I help them connect with their inner authority as opposed to the inner critic. And I find myself helping a lot of busy women slow down. So thank you for allowing me to be here. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's see. The squares keep moving. I'm going to go to Sam. Dr. Sam.
Hello, I can only imagine how many move around. Good to see everyone. I'd love to see all the friendly faces and to meet some new people. As Kathy mentioned, I'm Dr. Sam, Dr. Sam Graber. I am a retired chiropractor who now really has shifted in focusing on helping women build stronger bodies, bones, muscles, and brains as we age, because the narrative out there that we've got to outsource everything to doctors and pills and potions and all these confangled things is really missing the mark as to how amazingly powerful we are from the inside out. I write under a publication on Substack called Strong Over Skinny, and I'm doing a program this summer helping people get in touch with that strength. And I just love the work I do. So I'm so excited to be around all you other women and see what everyone's got going on. Hey, Linda. Yep, good to see everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's go to Jennifer Irwin.
Hello, everyone. So nice to be included on this and to get to see and meet a whole group of people. Some of you I know from Leadership Global. I'm Jennifer Irwin. I'm just north of Toronto, Ontario in Canada. I'm an HR leader with extensive experience, which is aligned with my purpose of helping individuals and organizations make meaningful pivots that fundamentally change their trajectory. With individuals, I do coaching, training. I help with career search and resume writing and prepping people for interviews. with organizations. I deal a lot with organizational design, change management, and really helping organizations, especially smaller organizations that don't have enough budget for a full-time HR person. So I do some fractional work with that as well. So thank you, and I'm so happy to be here.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to Alicia.
I see Sally and Linda. Hey, I'm grateful to be here. Oh my goodness. So good to see your smiling faces. I was blessed to be able to be on their book, 20 Shades of Grief. And wow, I thought that after the book, everything had finished, but it seems like things keep going and moving, and I'm leaning in to see what the next step is for me. So I'm from Virginia. My true passion is really to help connect with people at the heart and see what truly matters to them: faith, hope, love, and even additional income to help fuel their passion. I'm actually with a company called Neura, and we are a breakthrough holistic anti-aging company. So I help people look better, feel better, and also live better. And I'm in the process of launching our first topical structural aging filler for the skin and for the lips. So that's been in a launch for a year. I'm still continuing that, but I'm really leaning in after meeting with a friend of ours, Kathy, that is local, that led me to Kathy. We're doing about 5 weeks of coaching to see what this next season looks like for me, and continuing to share my story about my son who went to be with the Lord 5 years ago, and just see what's going to open up next, and being really intentional with working with her. So I'm grateful to be here. She wanted me to make a decision. I said, oh, Kathy is starting this group. So that was one of my decisions. I said, oh my goodness, I'm excited to network and meet so many new people.
Perfect. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Stephanie, are you able to say hello?
Oh. Hi. Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to be speaking today, so but I'm Stephanie. I am kind of finding my way through, so I'm just excited to be here and observe and just absorb all this goodness that I've been missing for the past 7 months. I've been finding my way with S. Jeffries Consulting, learning about AI and being AI driven myself, and just like along for the ride. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
Perfect. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
And Nicole, are you able to say hello?
Hi, Fred.
Hello,
I just
hello.
got invited to this last minute, but I thought I'd pop on and see what was going on in this community. My name is Miss Nicole Brooke. I am a master's level educator turned professional dancer, and I'm the leader of a women's empowerment movement called Find Your Sexy. So it is my mission to sexually empower and spiritually liberate women worldwide. I have my own mystery school called Sexy Sunday School, where I help anchor divine feminine Christ wisdom back into human consciousness so women can remember that they come from the goddess and they have the same magical powers as the goddess does. So I help women manifest miracles in their life. And thank you so much for allowing me into this space.
Perfect. Welcome, welcome. And Andrea, are you able to say hello?
Sorry, my camera's not working. Can you guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Okay. I'm Andrea. I'm a nurse and health coach and speaker. So I primarily work with women who experience chronic inflammation, gut issues, hormone issues. I've been doing that for 4 years.
Thank you. And we've got one other person whose name has not been changed, so I'm not sure who's behind it. Who else is?
She said she's not able to speak either.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Well, welcome, welcome. And as I mentioned, the whole goal here is for us to network, collaborate, and really get to know each other and support each other as a community. And so I'm going to go on to our first spotlight speaker. And today we are going to start with Nicole. Nicole Scheffler, come on in. Perfect. So basically, I'm going to ask you a few questions. We can all get to know you, and definitely, as I mentioned, everybody feel free to put your contact information in the chat. And Nicole, you've been in 2 of my books so far, and I know that you do a lot of work with women, especially women in STEM, but women in general. Do you want to tell us a bit about what you're up to these days?
Absolutely. I was just laughing looking at this pile of books. I think, Linda, these are the 6 books I've published. I've been on this journey for several years. Really, I actually met Linda before Kathy, I think. So I've done a couple books here. It just keeps going. So I'm 6 books deep, but my mission is to spark success by leading and serving. So I'm a leader in tech space. I run a managed service division for Cisco Systems, where we're building the infrastructure, the secure infrastructure behind AI, which is awesome. But the Tech Diva in me has taken that into Tech Diva Success, which is my collection of podcasts and books and messages where I treat the body like hardware. A lot of you spoke about health and wellness. Yes, like absolutely. And I'm using technology to do that. So we launched a scanner that can scan your antioxidants. I have software that does a health assessment, amazing technology to help your body goals and then your mind goals, your mindset. I'm a certified success coach and I teach goal setting, but I really teach how to upgrade your mindset with the Diva Code. So that's kind of where I'm at today. And I'm really excited to be here and just be connecting with everyone because we can do more together. So and I'm in Dallas, if anyone's in Dallas.
Great. And how can people get involved with what you're doing?
Well, there's a few ways. I think I have like the one nugget to leave because I know we're kind of speed rounding through these, but I think the most important thing is to really reflect on how we can connect. Just reach out to me and I'd love to share some of the stuff we're doing for your body and mind. And there's a lot of free stuff out there. I've been pouring myself out there, so I'm kind of monetizing some offers now, but really I'm just here. I have a new health software that I launched for several of you in the health space that help identify your top health goals. I have a self-care app, so that's awesome. If you want to like be able to gamify your self-care, it'd be really fun in this group to do that. It's free, it's online, it's in my chat, it's at divascore.app. But just connecting on ways that you're plugged in, anything I can amplify on my mailer. I have a mailer that goes out, and anything I can do to come speak on these topics to your group or just cheer you on. I'm here for it.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, you've always got something new up your sleeve.
Yes.
And
Yeah, the
definitely.
launch of this device has been really awesome just to be able to, in 15 seconds, with a finger tap, tell your antioxidant level. It's revolutionary. It's been 20 years in the making, billions of dollars on it. So that's really super exciting. And, I think, Kathy, what I would challenge everyone today and what I've realized as I've thought about like, what can I bring to this group of women in the Diva Code, we talk about your divine inspired, like what are your divine gifts? So I know many of you have them. I see some people that I honor their gifts. Inspiration, not just what inspires you, but who you're inspiring. Vision, the key. This is like the diva, right? Vision before goal setting and action, which I've really been inspired by action takers. Linda's an action taker, so she loves that one. And so what I want to leave today and like have you think about is, yes, we could go through the whole formula. I'm not doing that today, right? But when we look at this, the divine gifts that we have, what I realized in technology, it's the needle's always moving. Like, where are we going, right? And it's really hard to keep up with. And what got us here isn't going to get us there. So your divine gift right now that you need to tap into could be dealing with all the other things around you. And so it's been interesting as I teach this to not only identify my divine gift, maybe it's connection, maybe it's empathy, listening, all the things that are in us, it changes over time. So I think while today I want you to leave taking something away from my time and opportunity to share with you, I would say, what is your divine gift that is needed right now? Because we have a lot of gifts to nurture, to support, to love. And like in this moment in time, based on all the things in your environment, what is the gift that you need to pull forth most importantly to accelerate your success in business and life? So that's kind of what came to me as a great message today. Write it down. Maybe you're going through stuff and you need that grit or you need that resilience or, you need to tap into that planning. What is that divine gift that speaks to your alignment? And so I just wanted to make sure I shared that. And really nice to meet everyone. Would love to connect, and happy to do a free health assessment on the software with anyone on this call. Just schedule time with me.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, it's wonderful to have you here, and I definitely recommend everyone connect with Nicole on LinkedIn and through all the other things she's doing. I just always love hearing what you've got going on next. So perfect.
And do a
Thank
book
you.
with these ladies. Oh my gosh, if you haven't put your work in the world, it's a great way to leave a legacy. And it's a journey too. Like I did not set out to write 6 books, but here we are, and each one is part of my journey. So I do encourage, if you haven't put your legacy in the world, and I know many of you are on here because of that, congratulations on taking action for your legacy and your gifts, because that's where it starts. Thank you. Thanks. Nice to
Perfect.
meet everybody. I'm going to stick around as much as I can.
Perfect. Perfect. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So our next speaker coming up will be Victoria. Victoria, do you want to come up, introduce yourself? And I know you've got some very big, juicy news to share with us.
I do. I have great news to share. So just literally 5 minutes before I jumped on this call, I got notification from the graduate school at NC State University that all hurdles have been completed towards my conference of a PhD. It is fully accepted, fully in space. On the NC State University library is searchable, downloadable, copyrighted, all that. And I am officially today, Dr. Victoria Ivanovich. It's been a 4-year journey to get me to that place, because I've done it while I was working full time. But now we just get to celebrate. And so I'm planning my graduation party is what I'm doing.
Wow.
So that's me. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am one of Nicole's tech divas. We used to work together at Cisco. But I am a tech diva otherwise as well. I've spent my entire career in tech, and my dissertation research was reimagining the future of work for mid to late career executive women. And it's informing kind of my life purpose going forward, which is to make sure that AI is something accessible and demanded by every woman on the planet, and that we do not fall behind on the AI curve. Right now, only 22% of people who use or even are involved in AI are women. That's not acceptable to me. And there are biases in the system, but if we don't have enough women working in AI, if we don't have enough women using AI, we will never get the biases out. Those biases are going to become obstacles if we don't get a handle on it. And so I really want to take this work in the future of work. And I am speaking at multiple conferences. Next week, I'm speaking at a local AI for Women conference where we're going to certify women at the end of the conference in AI. So they will walk away with a certification. But women are most likely to be affected by AI if they don't know how to step into the space. I want to take everybody from fear to curiosity and eventually to AI committed. And that is my new mission.
Perfect. I love that. And do you want to tell us too a bit about your PhD, what you were focused on?
Jennifer, the conference, I believe there is a virtual component. We will be in person for the certification, but I believe there is a virtual component. I'll get the conference organizers to connect with you for sure. My PhD, I did work with 6 amazing women entrepreneurs who left corporate America to found their own business. We talked about reasons that they left. We talked about how they're building their businesses now. And the goal, all of these businesses were to set up and scale to really bring more gender equity into the workplace. So we talked about different ways to scale. We came up with a model that bypasses some of the inherent systemic gender bias, such as VC funding, which is heavily biased against women, and found other ways that women are funding and building businesses. So while we need all the consultants and we need all the coaches, we also I take it as a friend of mine said to me, oh, I want to go into business for myself, just like the Uber drivers. And I said, nope, I want to be Uber. There you go. So we need more people who want to be Uber as well as the Uber drivers. So yes, my focus is to really scale and continue to build that model.
Perfect. I love that. And yes, and I definitely encourage everyone to connect with Victoria. And she is a wealth of knowledge, especially around helping women really step into our power and use all these tools much more effectively. So thank you so much for joining us
And
today,
I'm a
Victoria.
3-time author with Kathy.
Yes,
So.
yes. And more to come. Now that
more
that
to come.
PhD's out of the way, let's get some more books going.
Yeah,
The next one you have to come into is called Midlife Reignited.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll
That's
talk
the
about it
one.
for sure.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you. All right. Well, let's move over to our next speaker. And Janet, come on over. Let us know where you're at, what you're up to, and your big news.
Sure. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for the invite. What an inspiring group of women here today. I appreciate the invite, and I'm honored to be here. My company is called The Hammock Way of Life, and I help people manifest dreams faster through vision boarding. We have 100 certified vision board coaches from around the world, and we go into companies and inspire them with strategic planning and staff appreciation, volunteer appreciation events, and holiday parties. I call it where science meets woo. We can go in and talk about quantum physics and neuroscience or business models, and we can also bring in sound healing and improv and all sorts of woo type things. So right now, the two big events that we have going on, we have a series called Energize Your Vision for people that already have vision boards. And we invite different guests to come in and talk about their visions and where they want to go. And our coaches give them contacts and connections and feedback to get them to the next level. We do that monthly right now, and it's working into weekly eventually. And the other big thing that we're doing is we're doing a vision board workshop for the visually impaired. I have a coach who's visually impaired. I have someone whose brother is visually impaired who's also a coach with us, and someone who's developed curriculum around that. And so we are in the process of getting people that do sound healing globally to do that, and other tools so that we can roll that out globally. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just had a book on the Times Square billboard with Kathy and Linda and Sally. And so it's exciting. It's called Hammock Way of Life, Leaping Toward Joy. It's part memoir, part business book, and part journal. So here is the book. It's hard to see with the background, but anyway, people are reading it on planes, trains, automobiles, and beaches, which is really fun. They're sending me photos from all their vacations. So now I need to get in a hammock more often. So yeah.
Perfect. I love that. And I think we've all, and congratulations on your solo book. That is so exciting. But I was just thinking too, I think, we've all done a vision board at some time in some workshop and things that we've gone to, but you've taken it really to a whole different level of how you can make the vision board and then actually bring it to life. And what are those kind of next steps that you tend to do and you were saying it becomes an ongoing with a coach?
Yeah. Well, my biggest challenge is people that, who do vision boarding with just glue sticks and scissors. We do that too, but it's much on a deeper level. And the other thing is we like skeptics. We know how to overcome skeptics when we go in to do workshops with engineers and insurance people and attorneys and all of that. We've also done huge vision board projects with 200 people. And so we know how to navigate all of those pieces. And so now it's just and this has happened organically since January of last year. My business has been, I help businesses scale, but this part of my business has grown just in the last year and a half. And so it's really, the next step is to roll it out to major corporations. We're in some already, but we haven't advertised to them. They came to us organically. So we're in development of some tools to get it into much larger companies. So yeah, so that's
Wow.
yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah.
It's also getting accredited. We're in the process of getting it accredited as well. So within the next 12 days, it should be accredited.
Well, that's fun. Wow. Yeah, you've taken it to a whole different level than any of us have ever
Right.
imagined you can do with vision boards, but that is so cool. And yes, I love how really using vision boards properly, you really can manifest.
Yeah, there's some also great books about there, and we're still learning some of the tools. It's really about feeling into it and acting as if it's already here, taking action toward those things and getting on a level quantum physics wise where it's just going to come to you because you're feeling into it and not having worry and all of that sort of thing. So I have some great stories about people who have manifested things both in the books and some of my private clients who don't want me to tell their stories, but fascinating stories about people finding jobs and finding love and all that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool.
I love that. Do you have any like workshops and things that people might join you on?
Yep, I have a free vision board workshop coming up on June 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in upstate New York. And then we have the Energize Your Vision, which the first one is also free on June 3rd at noon.
And those are virtual?
Eastern time, both virtual. Yep. And I put all of my contact information in the link, so you can either schedule time with me or find me on, I think I put in 13 different ways to find me. So yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad you were able to be here today. Thank you very much for sharing all of the excitement with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And thanks for all your guidance with the books, both you and Action Takers. You've been amazing.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. And just so you all know, my Zoom is doing weird things and it literally takes away all of my controls and the chat. So I just see black everywhere else. So if there is anything in the chat that I'm not seeing, then please somebody speak up and say so. But yeah, Zoom has been doing this weird thing for me lately. But perfect. Well, let's move on. And I am going to bring Linda and Sally up for a little chat. Ta-da.
What Kathy didn't tell you is when she says, I am going to bring, she means Linda
Linda's going to bring us.
So I had to find you guys. I had to find everybody on the screen. She's naming some names. I'm like, oh my gosh, where are they? I couldn't find everybody. Good times.
No big rush.
Thanks, Kathy.
Yes,
Before Kathy says anything, I just got to start with let's congratulate Kathy for doing this. Because she's been in the networking space for a long, long time. She's connected with so many authors, has published so many people. And this is her first time stepping up and saying, I'm going to lead the meeting. So let's all congratulate Kathy. I just want to congratulate you on taking that step, Kathy.
Thank you. And yes, over the last 4 years, I've released 10 books. So that's roughly 200 women now in my circle of authors. And it just kind of hit me the other day. And I thought, I need to be bringing us together in more ways and bringing other women into this community because so many just amazing women have been sharing their stories in the books that we've been doing. So yes, I just thought, no, we got to bring us together in other ways where the women in the different books can actually meet each other as well. And Linda and Sally, I really wanted to kind of bring you up too and kind of thought it'd be really fun for the group to hear a bit of your story and what brought you to this, because doing collaborative books is something relatively new to all three of us. And we each kind of have our own story of what brought us into this and why we're excited to bring other people's stories to life. So Linda, do you want to start with a bit about what brought you here?
Sure. I'm hearing from everybody, it's a journey. Everything that we do in life is a journey. And what we're doing today is probably not something we've imagined doing 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe even a year ago. And, it's us taking these pivots, the people that we meet in our lives, the things that we learn in our lives that take us down a different road. And I came up with this idea that, I was who I was so I could become who I am. I am who I am so I can become who I'm becoming. And it's all part of that journey. And so it was 11 years ago that I took that first step to say, after working in the corporate world for 36 years, 49 jobs in 36 years, saying, I'm going to become an entrepreneur. I had no idea what that meant, what it looked like, what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, how I was going to make any money. I had zero idea of anything, but I knew one thing. I was tired of being shackled to the corporate world's chains. And so I took that leap of faith and jumped out, and lots of ups and downs, lots of roller coaster rides during the journey. And through that, about, I think it was probably 8 years ago, I decided to start a women's mastermind because I became part of the Mastermind Association through my connections and stuff. And Kathy and Sally were both two of the women that joined that mastermind. And during that process, like I got to know them a lot. You know, they are making a lot of shifts. I'm still making a lot of shifts, and decided about, I think it was 7 years ago, that I decided to do a collaborative book. And that was what started it all. I had no idea how I was going to do it, how I was going to put it together. But, you know, I reached out to my mentors and coaches, and they guided me. So I reached out to some people that I met on the journey, the founder of UGG Boots, the inventor of the credit card magnetic strip, and the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, people I met on my journey. And I was like, I'm thinking of putting together a collaboration book. Will you be in it? And all of them said yes. So that was kind of like my first signal that you put it out there, you ask, and some people will say yes. And if those people say yes, then maybe you've got something. And that was kind of like that first light bulb that went off. Did that book, had so much fun. I lost a lot of money because I had no idea what I was doing, but I had so much fun that I was like, I'm going to do this again. And that's where Kathy and Sally came in, because my next two books were, one was called I can't remember the name of it, The Fearless Entrepreneurs, and the other one, Invisible No More, Invincible Forevermore. Those books brought together incredible people. It ended up being 50 different people sharing their stories in those two books. And when those two books hit #1 bestseller status in less than 5 hours, I was like, I've got something here. Like, I know what I'm doing. It's time for me to figure it out. And that was when I went full steam ahead. That was 4.5 years ago, full steam ahead as a book publisher. And now with Kathy, you know, we've published several of the 10 that she mentioned that she's published, and she's got more in the pipeline. We're working with her. We're working with other authors. You know, Janet published her book with us. We have so many people that have worked with us. Now we're working with celebrities. I just got off a call with a woman who has 25 million followers. She's the 5th largest. She's the top 5 of followers in the world. And she's talking about doing a book with us. But all of this is because of that first step. Everything was that first step, that first pivot that took me out of the rut that I was in and had me say, what's out there for me? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to take that step. So that's my short version of my story, believe it or not. I tend to go on and on and on. I know.
You got so much to say, so many stories. Sally, how about you? What brought you into this circle?
Yeah, well, my story started in 2020. I mean, I woke up one day and realized that I was really good at taking care of everyone else, but really bad at taking care of myself. I knew I needed to do something different at the time. I had a job, and I wasn't making a lot of money. I was physically a mess, emotionally, spiritually, and I decided I just needed to do something different. And so I started a journey. I turned off the television. I started taking an online class. I got invited to be in my very first collaboration book. It was it was called One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success. There were 150 highly successful entrepreneurs and me, this lowly person from Connecticut who had no following, and no idea what she was doing. And I just kept asking myself, what can I do to leverage this situation? Because I have these amazing people in this book with me. And so I sat down one afternoon and went on Facebook and sent them all friend requests and said, hey, I'm in the book with you. What are you doing that I can support you with? And Linda was one of the people that was in that book with me. I had no idea who she was. She told me she was having an online networking event on Saturday mornings. I started showing up. That's where I met Kathy. I started showing up with those. She asked me if I wanted to join her collaboration book. I still had no idea what I was doing, but I said yes. So I joined her collaboration book. I hired her to be my life coach, and that's the story. She was doing those 2 books. I I think I reached out to you and said, hey, you know what? Can I help you in any way? Because she had helped me so much in just that span of like 7 or 8 months that we were working together. And I said, let me do some, I'm pretty good on the computer. I can maybe do your website. I can do some marketing events. I can talk to the authors. So she's like, yeah, go for it. Have fun. Do whatever you want. So she gave me a couple little tasks and I was like, kept coming back saying, okay, what's next? What can I do next? Maybe we can change this. Maybe we can do this. And I would get excited, about the idea of publishing the book. And then we published those 2 books. I think she called me about 2 weeks later and she said, I love doing the publishing. I love doing it with you. Do you want to partner together and do this as a team? And so I said, again, I was in one of those, let's go, just go and do it. And so that was 5.5 years ago. And since that time, we've published 60 plus books together.
Wow.
And we're on our way to do a lot more. So I'm really excited about everything that's happening. And I am totally different person from what I was 6 years ago. I can tell you that. You would never see me speaking on a Zoom call. And I still don't like speaking, but on my own. Being interviewed like this, I enjoy because I like having the people there, but to do like the selfies and talk, that's kind of not my thing. So I have a hard time. I know Linda's always on me. I think wait, I got to tell this story. So one of the first times I met with Linda, we're on a Zoom call like this, and I said to her, I've never spoken in front of people. I've never spoken on Facebook or done anything like that before. And she's like, what? And I said, I've never done it. I've never like turned the camera on myself and talked to anybody or been on a Facebook Live before. And she said, all right, hold on a minute. And then the next thing I know, I get like the little "we are live" thing along the top. And she's like, okay, Facebook, we're live. And I got Sally here. Sally, introduce yourself and tell everybody what you're working on. And I was like, ah. But she threw me out there. And it was huge for me. And it was a big learning curve. And these past 4 or 5 years, I mean, I've just been saying, okay, come on, let's go, let's do it. We have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just going to go and do it anyway. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, no, and it's funny too, because lately I've been thinking, if you'd asked me 5 years ago if I saw myself doing any of this, publishing, being an author, creating networking groups, I would have laughed at you. My previous life, so I worked in medical genetics, I worked in financial planning, and like 5 years ago, I left that to become an entrepreneur without really any idea what am I doing. I just knew I wanted to do something that really created impact in women's lives. And yes, the getting into the books and realizing this is what I'm supposed to be doing, bringing women together, helping them share their stories. And yeah, so to date, I've been in 24 published books, and 10 of those are the books that I've created and brought out into the world. So yes, I love the whole model of sharing our stories and working together, especially, in a community. Like I really love creating community inside each book and, really helping women to connect with each other and all of that. So perfect. I'm so glad. Yeah, Linda.
I want to say something related to that because as like Sally mentioned, she was in that first book, and then there was the next, and the next, Kathy, the first book, then the next, Victoria, the first book, right? The Janet, like we hear all these stories about the first book, and it is that first book that helps us to see that we can do it. And no matter how many people are out there doing it, until we actually do the step, whatever it is, until we actually do it, we sometimes don't believe in ourselves. Yeah. And sometimes it takes somebody, like somebody said, sometimes it takes pushing off the ledge, right? So like I put Sally in these positions because I believe in her. And I don't even ask her if she wants to anymore. I just, hey, Sally, you're doing this. And she just does it. So she adopts my belief in her. And that's what I love. Like what I love about working with you, especially Sally, is that you just do whatever is asked of you. I think it's because you know that you can do it, but maybe you never thought of it before, So I think it's just like taking that first step is for anything we do in life. The first step is the hardest. The next one might still be hard, but at least you can do it because you've taken that first step.
Yes. And I always love to say too that getting involved in the books opens doors that you didn't even see before. doors that have always
Yeah.
been there, but you did not see them until you stepped into these opportunities, stepped into sharing your story in a whole other level from there. So perfect. Well, let's unpin ourselves and kind of
Oh,
open.
wait, are you going to ask how they can reach us or anything like that?
Oh, of course, of course.
Everybody else?
We'll put everything in the chat too. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, because I don't know everybody here, my name Linda Sunshine West. I'm the founder and CEO at Action Takers Publishing. We've published 62, I think, books it is to date. We're working our 63rd and 4th right now that will be published at the end of this month. And I've just really enjoyed this journey of what we do to help people to get their message out there. We are hosting webinars once a month, how to write your book in 30 days. With or without AI. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. It's a free webinar teaching you how to get that book written out of your head. You've written a chapter in a book. Maybe it's time for you. Maybe you're ready to write a full book. So I'll drop that in there. And I look forward to meeting those of you who have not yet met. And the other ones, I love seeing you guys. It's so exciting to be here.
Oh, Stephanie's got a book too. Perfect, perfect. All right. And yes, and definitely, like I said, too, everybody put all of your contact information in the chat so everybody can connect with everybody. And yes, Sally, did you want to add anything about connecting with you, or you guys are
I mean, I'd love to connect with anyone. If you just go to actiontakerspublishing.com, you can find me there. HelloSallyGreen.com takes you directly to my calendar if you wanted to hop on a Zoom call like this. I took the challenge the last time, and I am in the process of writing my very first book. I mean, I've been in 20 plus or 30 plus collaborations. I've written children's books, but this is my very first book. So I'm excited about that. I've been working on it nonstop. So
wow, is it fiction or nonfiction?
it's a memoir and a little bit of my journey, and it's a way for helping women who are feeling overwhelmed and struggling with that to finally say enough, and giving them permission to finally, do things for themselves.
Perfect. I love it. All right. Linda, unpin us. Unpin me.
You're no longer pinned.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so it's so great to meet everybody. I just wanted to open it up now for some discussion too. So if anyone's got any points they want to make, any follow-up to any of the conversations. Anyone got any juicy updates? Colleen, I know you've always got something up your sleeve.
I just want to say a huge thank you to Kathy and Sally and to Linda. I contributed on a chapter on the Women Leading with Purpose book that's supposed to be coming out soon, so looking forward to that. And I have to say, it was the bucket list item that I didn't know was on my bucket list. And if you have not, at Kim, been part of a collaborative event or a collaborative book or an individual book, it is time to speak with Kathy about what's coming up and what you can be included on. It was a really great experience for me, and I didn't know I had so many things to say or to kind of get off my chest. So it was a great experience, and I highly recommend it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, I always have new books coming up. So if anyone is wanting to get into more, as we were just saying, that yeah, you can't stop with one. It's like, what is that? Lay's potato chips says you can't just have one. Perfect. Anybody else have anything coming up you'd like the group to know about? Any comments? You guys have gotten really quiet.
Yeah, I'd love to
Colleen?
share. Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, I
I'd
was
love to share if you don't mind.
Yep. Yeah, jump in, Sam.
Okay, thanks. And then, yeah, sorry, Colleen, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I've got a program this summer that I'm helping women kind of shift the way we think about fitness. And it's not so much to try to be strong and look great in clothes and all the things, but it's about retaining and maintaining or achieving our own independence. Because, man, as I think it was Mae West used to say, this getting old ain't for the faint at heart. It's it's an exploration and really just digging into how deeply strong we can be on a physical level and how that helps translate into mental, emotional, and metabolic fitness. So I'd love to have a conversation with anyone. I put my LinkedIn and my Substack. I don't know if y'all are on Substack, but man, I am loving Substack. I know we all have the LinkedIn, but Substack is where it's at. So hit me up there. I'd love to connect as well. Good to see y'all.
Perfect. Yeah, I haven't started with Substack yet, but I've heard a lot of people saying that it's
so much fun, Kathy. I'll be your Substack dealer. I'll show you around.
All right. That's what I need. Someone just got me started on Alignable. And I'd never been on that one before either. And I feel like a fish out of water. Like on LinkedIn, I feel like I know what I'm doing. I just all over the place. But there's just something about Alignable. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do here? What is
Yeah.
So-
Oh, anytime, Kathy. You give me a call.
Perfect.
I think after Colleen speaks, then let's go around anybody. First of all, if you're on Substack, drop your link in there. But like, tell us why we should join Fun Substack. Okay, so think about that. If you're on Substack and you want to talk about why the rest of us should get on board, I'm on there, but I'm not doing anything. So I would love to hear from you guys. Like, why? Convince me. I need to be over there.
I'm on Substack. I think one of the greatest things about it is.
Oh, wait,
Hillary.
Wait,
I'm
Hillary.
sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have Colleen first. She was gonna speak.
Sorry.
And then
Sorry, Colleen.
yes, you have time to formulate your thoughts.
I love this. I love this. All the energy and all the people sharing tips and tricks. I love this. So, Kathy, kudos to you. I was going to share a little bit of a personal story. I know Dr. Sam Graber, and we know each other because we live in the same town. You probably didn't realize that, but when I was looking at being in the first book I was in with you, the only book I've been in with you, the sample copy that you sent over included Dr. Sam's chapter. So it was so neat to see somebody from across the I call it world practically, and then to see somebody from my hometown in the same publication. I thought that was really cool, and that's what I want to share. Kudos to you. I've known you for so long, and to see you now in the front of leading this type of event that's about community and it's about sharing story. To me, it's so natural. It's your place. And I just applaud you for taking that step, because I know I've put the microphone in front of you many times and you've willingly taken it, but I think very hesitantly. So to see you now moving forward with this, I think this is wonderful. And I think the community you've built is so genuine and so caring and so lovely that I'm loving seeing you in this spot. So thank you for putting this together.
Perfect. And Colleen also helps with the retreats that I've been doing, where I've been taking my authors and other women to New York City to celebrate our books with billboards in Times Square. So Colleen's been helping with that too. So that's been exciting. Perfect.
Lots of fun. And now I can do private aviation, and I can also do concert tickets, theater tickets, and anything music tickets that have been sold out. So exclusive things that people can't get access to, I can now get access to add into those types of offerings, along with private airfare. So who doesn't want a connection with private airfare, right? That's just cool.
Hear more about that. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop over to Hillary.
So what I was going to say about why Substack is, while people are on LinkedIn, I find that LinkedIn is very much somehow the algorithm tends to throttle what it doesn't like, whether it's political or not. People tend to think, why should I discuss something that's political? Somebody just asked that on something I had seen. Why does this belong on LinkedIn? And so things get overlooked, whereas on Substack, without the algorithm, it's just a curation and an opportunity to, at least for me, to say what's on my mind without worrying that some algorithm overlord is going to suppress it from being shared out there in the world. And the long form nature of it just means that you can say what's on your mind, take as much time or as little as you want, and not worry about how many words you're allowed to have or spaces. It's just to me, it's the almost like the old magazines where you would have serials of, your story, your book, whatever, you can do that there. So
We will have to get over there and try it out.
And I've subscribed to a couple of people who are actually creating their book on Substack.
Yes, I've heard of people doing that too. Perfect. Janet,
Yeah. So I'm not using it myself, but several of my creative clients are absolutely loving it. For the same reasons. They said that they can just have free flowing thoughts on there for as long as they want, and they are writing books on there and all that. So that might be a good place for you to find some people. But that's for the exact same reason, that it's sort of this fluid flowing space where they can just create and they love it. So yeah.
Perfect. And I see we're getting short on time. So if anyone does have any events or things that they want everyone else to know about, feel free to put that in the chat so that everybody can connect with you there. And definitely, like I said, I love all of you, connecting with all of you and getting to know each other. And as you might have seen in the posts, so basically this session will be twice a month. So we'll do it at this time on every fourth Wednesday, and then 2 hours later on the second Thursday. So this time on every fourth Wednesday, the later time on the second Thursday. And I'll put all that. So if you go back to the LinkedIn event, or just let me know and I can send you all that. So if you can register for those. And so basically we'll have 4 different spotlight speakers at every one of the events. And right now we're having, so all of my authors, this is open to you to have a spotlight. So if you haven't told me yet, then let me know if you want one. And for those of you that aren't my authors yet, then definitely let's chat and get you in, and we'll get you here speaking in the spotlight as well.
And before we go, if we could have everybody who's able to turn on their camera smile, because I am going to take a picture for Kathy's first meeting.
Yay!
Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Congratulations, Kathy. This is great.
Thank you, Linda. She always makes sure that I don't forget anything. So we're a great team. Perfect. Well, thank you all for coming, and feel free to share the links for the upcoming meetings with all of the other women in your community. And I'm so happy you were able to join us for this inaugural session. So
good job, Kathy. Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.